You know, have you ever met someone who just has this incredible presence, a kind of centered energy that feels both really calm but also compelling? Well, that's what we often call a strong personal field. It's kind of like the aura we project, and it's shaped entirely by our inner world. Today, we're going to explore some amazing insights from a few of psychology's greatest thinkers to really understand what this field is, and maybe more importantly, how we can start to build our own.
So let's start with this really profound insight from Viktor Frankl. Now, he was a psychiatrist who actually survived the Holocaust. And what he saw in those unbelievably harrowing conditions was that survival often didn't come down to physical strength. It came down to having a deep, personal sense of meaning. This really sets the stage for us perfectly, because it tells us that the foundation of a powerful personal field isn't built on comfort, it's built on purpose.
And this leads us to an idea that, well, it might feel a little counterintuitive at first. I mean, we're always told to seek balance, right? To get rid of stress, to find this perfect state of calm. But what if that's not actually what we need to really thrive?
Just think about it for a second. When have you felt the most alive, the most engaged, the most you? Was it a time when everything was just easy and totally tension-free? Or was it when you were striving for something that really truly mattered to you, even if it was hard? Frankl argues that a certain kind of tension isn't just good for us, it's absolutely essential.
Frankl makes a really important distinction here. You see, our bodies are always seeking what's called homeostasis. That's a state of biological balance, where we avoid tension. But our minds? Our minds need something totally different. He called it noodynamics. This is a psychological tension. It's that essential pull between who we are right now and who we're striving to become. It's the powerful energy that gets created by having a meaningful goal.
So, the crucial point is this. We don't build a strong inner field by trying to avoid challenges. We build it by finding a purpose that's so compelling, it creates this constructive tension in our lives, one that's constantly pulling us forward. You can almost think of it as the engine for a stable self.
Okay, so if having a meaningful goal is our internal compass, where do we actually, walk the path? Well, the psychologist Alfred Adler argued that our purpose isn't something we find in a vacuum. It's actually forged and expressed out in the real world, specifically through our connections with other people.
Adler pointed to 3 fundamental areas of life where our personal field is really tested and shaped. First up is occupation. How do we contribute our unique talents? Second, there's society. How do we connect and cooperate with the community around us? And third is love. How do we go about building true, deep intimacy? These aren't just separate categories, they're the interconnected challenges where our purpose starts to become real.
And Adler's core message here is so clear. The common thread that runs through all 3 of these tasks is cooperation. A strong personal field isn't built on being dominant or isolated. It's built on what he called social interest, a genuine desire to contribute to the well-being of others. It turns out, true strength is found in connection.
So we've looked at our inner purpose, and we've looked at how it's expressed outwardly. But what about the parts of ourselves we don't really want to look at? For this next piece of the puzzle, we're going to turn to the incredible work of Carl Jung, who really invites us to take a journey into the deepest and often hidden parts of our own psyche.
What Jung's work teaches us is that building a powerful personal field isn't about becoming some perfect, shiny version of ourselves. It's actually about having the courage to be whole. And that means acknowledging every single part of who we are, both the light and the dark.
Let's start with a concept that we're all pretty familiar with, the persona. This is the mask we wear in public. It's our professional self, our polite self. It's the version of us we carefully curate for the world. And the persona is necessary, right? It helps us navigate social situations. The only danger is when we mistake this mask for our entire identity.
Because behind every persona, there's a shadow. Now, this isn't just our repressed anger or envy. The shadow also holds our buried strengths, our raw creativity, our untapped vitality. It's not evil. It's simply all the parts of ourselves that we at some point decided were unacceptable and pushed away.
So what does it actually mean to embrace the shadow? Well, it doesn't mean acting on our worst impulses, not at all. It means courageously looking at them and acknowledging that, yes, they are a part of us. And when we do this, we stop wasting an enormous amount of psychic energy trying to keep these parts hidden. That freed up energy becomes fuel for a more authentic, grounded, and truly powerful personal field.
So let's bring all of these powerful ideas together now. We've got Frankl's upward pull of meaning, Adler's outward connection through cooperation, and Jung's inward integration of the self. So how do these 3 forces come together to create a single, harmonious field?
You can think of these as the three pillars that support a stable and powerful personal field. A meaningful goal gives you direction. Social connection gives you a sense of belonging and support. And inner integration gives you authenticity and resilience. They aren't separate steps, but they're all interconnected parts of this lifelong practice of becoming more fully and truly yourself.
I absolutely love this metaphor from Adler. Your personal field isn't some static thing that you achieve one day. It's a melody that you are constantly composing. It's the unique theme that runs through your actions, your relationships, and your inner world. A strong field is one where this melody is clear, consistent, and harmonious.
So, I'll just leave you with this question to reflect on. As you go about your day, think about this beautiful melody that you're creating. Is the choice you're about to make, the word you're about to speak, the thought you're about to entertain, is it adding to the harmony of your life song? Is it strengthening your field? Or is it introducing a little bit of dissonance? The power to compose that melody is and always has been entirely yours.